Denmark is sending Før vi går hjem by Søren Torpegaard Lund. I try. To Eurovision 2026 in Vienna. The song means before we go home, but do we want this going anywhere but home in Eurovision week? Let's review Eurovision. So Denmark finally broke their non-qualification streak last year with the banger to end all bangers, Hallucination. It still is my favorite song of last year. And they're back. And this time, for the first time since Emmelie de Forest, are one of the bookies' favorites. Før vi går hjem is the name of the song. Before we go home is what it means in English. It's dramatic. It was a bit of a surprise winner. Most people thought Sissal was going to be doing it 2 years on the trot in the Danish national selection, but no, Søren took it. What do you think of it, Emily?
Oh, for me, this is just like the kind of perfect Eurovision song. It just has like I find that if you just listen to the Spotify version, it's it's nowhere near as good as just watching the national final performance. I feel like his voice is just perfect for this type of song. It gets all the right kind of tones where it's like haunting, energetic, like has the kind of perfect staging potential. Um, if you've not seen the live final performance, he's in a kind of box. Watching that performance, I'm just so amazed at like the consistency of the vocals, despite such a kind of energetic performance. For me, that like this is what like Eurovision, this is what Eurovision gives like the world because you're this is not something that would realistically like chart in kind of most countries. But for like a Eurovision performance and a Eurovision song, it just works really well. So yeah, I'm a big fan of this one. And it's really nice to see Denmark being so kind of favoured in the bookies. They haven't had a particularly great record in recent years. Um, so yeah.
Yeah, I would echo all of that. For me, this is the song of the year by some distance, actually. It's just there's a quality to it that is missing from a lot of the other ones. And I get why Finland is the bookie's favorite. I get why Greece, because of the wackiness, is up there. I get that Australia, because her vocals are incredible, are up there. But there's just something about this that, as you say, is special. It is so Eurovision because it's never in a million years would I expect my favorite song of the year to be a Danish apocalyptic pop song. And there is something haunting. There's something dramatic about it. When you listen to when you read the lyrics and listen to what's being talked about, it is it I don't know, it weirdly fits the vibe of the song and the staging. Well, I think because I think it was only third or fourth favorite to win the national final, and then the performance happened. And that's when I think a lot of people were like, whoa, okay, this is very good. And that's when the bookies and that's when a lot of the fans started responding because there is just a total command of presence and a command of persona in that performance that makes it just so watchable. I'm going to be my slight nuance here is I'm going to be slightly less kind on the vocals than you are. They needs to find a balance between giving it everything in the performance and making sure the vocals don't slip. And on occasion in that national final performance, there were a few notes that were a bit suboptimal. That can be worked on, and I think they will because the rest of the package is just so overwhelmingly brilliant that I kind of am not overly worried about it. But that's turning like a top five finish in well, that's turning a potential winning performance into a top five finish if the vocals just aren't quite there. I can see this winning. I want it to win. It's extraordinary that now 2 years in a row, the song that I've wanted to win and the country I've been backing to win is Denmark, because there's just something eminently listenable about this, and there's something eminently watchable about Søren. It's it's just marvelous, and I'm very thankful that Danish is back in the contest with something that's very competitive, and I'm very thankful that Denmark is actually putting effort into Eurovision again, and it's paying off. Anyway, Denmark is In the second semi-final, let's see where they are performing. They're in the second half. They're 10th. They've got Latvia with Atvara on one side and Australia's Delta Goodrem, one of the big stars of the contest, on the second, on the other side of it, basically. So decent enough running order draw. What's your score out of 10? And do you think, I mean, the bookies have this in the top three. Are they realistic, or do you think they're overselling it?
No, I don't think it's overselling it at all. I think like depending on how it goes, this could quite easily be a winner. I think it's 100% top five in the final. I will be staggered if it doesn't get that, and I wouldn't be surprised if it wins. For me, I'm going to give this a 9.5. Big fan. Great performance. Great, perfect song for Eurovision, basically.
Yeah, very, very optimistic. I will echo that. I'd be very upset if this isn't top five in the final because it deserves it. It's quality that the rest of the competition is not bringing, and I would like to think that both the juries and the televote will appreciate that. And yeah, I can see it winning. I think this is the one that I want to win. It's not my most listened song. You'll stay tuned on the channel to find out which I want. I listen to quite significantly more than any other entry, but this is up there. And yeah, I kind of want a Danish winner. I want to be Copenhagen's beautiful. I kind of want us to go back.
I swear I've seen that like maybe it's like Denmark has 13-year gaps between their winnings because
Oh,
I
yes,
can't
you're
believe
right.
anything for this, but 2000, 2013, now we're in 2026.
You are right.
I
Um,
saw it on a comment on a video about it, so I can't claim any credit for having that as an original thought, but
no,
it
yeah, but you are correct. And actually, before 2000, it was like 1963 or something. So let's hopefully not have like a 46-year gap again. 13 is long enough, I think. And I want this. I want them to do it with this. Yeah. I genuinely love it. I'm going to give it a 9. I'm not cracking out the 10 panel this year, and there is. I'm only knocking like half a point off this because the vocal in the national final performance does take a hit on occasion. It can be fixed, and I think they will fix it. But I am rooting for Denmark. I want us Copenhagen 2027, please. That's what we think. Let us know what you think. Are you as optimistic about the Danish chances as we are? Do you think we're all overcooking it a little bit? Let us know in the comments. We are in podcast and vodcast form. Listen wherever you get your podcast, and we're on Instagram and TikTok. So give us a little cheeky follow there. Thank you very much for watching. We'll see you next time to see if anything could top the 18.5 that we've given Denmark. We'll see. See you tomorrow.